Okay, I'm going to share my screen. And the last time I tried to record, and since I have a problem, I didn't record. So for the people who want to see the recording, I'm sorry, last time I couldn't. But this time I will try again. Okay, so everybody can hear me?
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay, so we start with, here's my screen. Last time I said on desktop, if you have a folder and save all your website or the page you created, it may be easier. So here's, I have a folder called Web21. And I double click it. I open it. Here I have a class 1 folder, class 2 folder. Today I'm going to create a folder class 3. So right mouse click, here's new folder. Okay, is class 3. Okay, I'm going to start from the last class, which we use that code to start from there. Copy and go back to class 3 and the right mouse click, paste. Okay, last time all the student asked how to find the file location, and I said, look here, but here's a better way to find the file location. You highlight the file, right mouse click, and go to the very bottom called property. You see here is the property has location, has everything. So if you want to get this file location, this the folder, and then increase and add the file name you have, that's going to be this file's location. Okay, since I already in this class 3, I borrowed the class 2's file, so I name as class 3. Since we are going to do from here, I double click, yes, and then that's our web page we created up to last time. Oh, sorry, I lost my File Explorer. So double click. I move to this lower location. Okay, so we first see here's what we got at last class. We have our old tag, include the image, and that's the previous test. And also another thing is we can do, and you see here's the file, and if I right mouse click, if you installed Notepad++, which I strongly recommend everybody use it, you can open at Notepad++. Otherwise, you go here, open with, if you use Notepad or Mac, similar, you open with Notepad. So I open with Notepad, but that's not what I want to use. I want to go here, open with Notepad++. Now we have our file. We will continue work on. That's from last class. Okay, any question so far? Or any question from last class? Okay, seems so far so good. And the last time we introduced the image tag. And last time you see here is the image. and I put the image in the same location. Oh, by the way, I quickly review. I put the review of last class, say class number 1 and class number 2. Oh, sorry. I put this quickly this morning. Wrong one. Oh, yes. So for any people still have a problem to use any text editor, and here I released the video, YouTube video, if anyone, they have to learn or watch themselves, that's going to help. Can you post text editor here so we can copy? All right, and not quite sure what's going on. And in fact, that's the, if you get from email, this page, that's the entire code we got from last class. And in case you don't have it, and a copy from here. I think put on the chat is long. We'll see. Okay, here's a couple questions. Can you post text here so we can copy it? I gave you the web link. Copy from the web link. Okay, talk about image not show. Okay, here is my, sorry, show this one. This one. Okay, here is the image. This is our class from last time. And you see this image, I copied this 3 times. And okay, so this is the first paragraph, which is the top. P tag is the paragraph. And then here is horizontal line, that's horizontal line. And then here's image. This is the image. And this image will make width as 400. By default, the 400 is pixel, 400 pixel. It's a screen pixel. And then here I have a text, put a BR, break line, and that means the next line. You see just a break, and my text is image for Notepad++ here. And then here's, I copy this image 3 times down here. I start with, here is just to show you all the options we have. Okay, the first option is Control X. The minimum requirement for an image tag is image. You see here's the whole bracket, the image and image file name. If I put image file name with nothing else, just a file name, that means my file, look here, my HTML file and image file at the same location. So if anyone couldn't show picture image, that's maybe the problem. Okay, so the first one is image. And the second one, I put a BR, and I will show you if I not put a BR, what happens. Or I put others, the tag we already used, and see what happens. The first one, just image. second one, you see the previous one, we just have a width. And the second one, if I don't put a width in the height, it's the same as the first one, but put alter here, my image. And just for sake of it, I gave a wrong name. You see, my image file name is incorrect. You see, image P1, which I don't have. Okay, I just have a 2 image. So you're going to see what happens. I save this and refresh it. You see, the first one is the one is correct. We have it. The second one, you see here, is just the image without anything. So that's just image without anything, which going to display an image is in its original resolution. If in case you put an image as directly come from your iPhone or phone, don't need to be 4,000 pixel in width, it's going to be all the way. It's huge. Okay. The third one is the image file is incorrect, but I have altered word. You see what happens here? You see here, image is broken. I don't have the image, but I have the text. So you put this alter just means here is an image. And I mentioned the last time for the people, blind people, they rely on this text. You see, here is an image called my image. So that's third one. And here I put a BR means break. You see this image, this the second one. So it's just a stack one after another. If I put paragraph tag here instead of this, P and P. P. And I don't put it here, and P. Save it. I leave here just to watch what's going to happen. Okay, here. Look this, you see image, all this. You see, it's going to have a more space in between. So that's the paragraph, each paragraph, okay? There's a more space like a word. Each paragraph have a line in between. Okay, if I give another one, it's called border equal to 1. So maybe we can see the border a little better. Image. Border equal to, or maybe 2, give a bigger. Okay, now we can see here is the image with border. And this the broken image because we have not given it a correct file name. So we corrected this one now, changing. And if it's correct and image shows, and I make this, you see the same big. So I make this smaller, but this time, and I only use width. And this time I'm just see as 30%. So there's a possibility we use pixel of 30%. It's 30%. And let's see what's going to happen. Okay, so it's 30% of the entire screen. If we changing this smaller, screen smaller. Smaller and smaller. It's always 30% of the screen. So this is very good if you write a page, for example, this is the font size. And then your image give a pixel size, it's going to be too big and going to out of screen. If you use percentage, that will be good. So we use some kind of like 100%, we can try that. Okay, we go back here. So far you see as an image, we can have just say it's alone. Okay, I put this border on the second one. So for the first image, the simplest minimum image is this image source. Source is the image source. Where's the image file name? And then the second one right now, we gave a border. So we can border the image. And if we give a thick border, 3 or 4, that's the pixels here, the pixel width. And the source, and this time we make it looks a little better, 50%. And we have outer tag, which just give the name of this one. Save. Okay, so the first image is here. Width is 400 pixel, height is automatically adjusted, and we have text underneath. The second is this one image is full size. The third one is we use, you see here's a 50%, exactly half of the screen. And we give a border 3 pixel width. If for whatever reason you want to have something like, I want to make it really big, 12 pixel, maybe I put on like my picture with a frame, 12 pixel, that looks like. So my image with a nice frame. Okay, so this is just continue with the image we talked about from last class. Okay, I leave time for people to practice themselves and have a question. Okay, what this outer do? I copy this image. I'm going to display another image. Yes. I like use the p tags at this time because the image is next to each other. At least use a paragraph tag. So I have a space. Here is if this is the new line we created, and by type error, and we provide an incorrect image file name, which is not exist. Okay, I gave a width 400, for example, here, because I don't have to. It's too small. Okay, I save it. Bigger one, yes, here is. Okay, I give a name. Here's the image. This the good one is 1. And this image 2. Image 3. Image 4. And notice this one, image 3, which has an incorrect file name. All right, here's image 1 and image 2. You see here's what the outer tag do. If image is missing, the text will display. If image is there, will not display text. And the text is for the blind people. Okay, any more questions? All right, we continue with the tag we already know before. You see here, so we have a list tag called UL start and LI each line. Look here. This is a list. Line 1, line 2, line 3. And if I keep typing, line 4. All right, here's the list, bulletin list. I'm sure it's very useful, the bulletin list. And there's 2 bulletin list. No, not 2 bulletin list. There's the 2 kind of list, bulletin list. And 1, 2. And I'm going to create another one. Is with number. See, with the only difference is we're changing this UL to OL. UL, I assume, is unnumbered list, and OL is ordered list. And I save the file. Refresh. You see here's the one with UL, and the inside is going to be the same. Each one is LI. We have to have a beginning and end pair of tag. So the OL, I think, is ordered list. UL is unordered list. That means. So here's 1, 2, 3, 4. It's automatically. You don't have to count. It's line 1, line 2, line 3. It's auto, just like a word, automatically give you the number. Okay. Any more questions? Okay. Now I'm going to change it a little bit. You see, here's my file, class 3, and here's my note P image. And if I want to organize my files a little bit better, for example, I want to put all the image together and all the files in another together. For example, I want to create a subfolder. For example, I create a folder. You see, right mouse click, new folder, and I create called images. And I want all my images inside image folder, so I can have a clear layout, class 3 or something, the next file. And then for Windows, this is just for Windows 10. I don't know about Mac. It's an easy way to move a file just from here, drag inside image. Okay, here is the image file. We have this file. Let me go back. And then you see our code is not changing. Let's see what's going to happen. You see here, the first one is empty. It's a broken image. That's what we call it. It's 1. because we don't have an alter key, so nothing, just a broken image. And here's the text there. And the number 2 is a broken image. Number 3, we have an alter key, is a broken image. And the number 4 is a broken image. We have a big border, but we have a text, my image. So what I'm going to do, if my image file in the subfolder, so all I needed to do, just to think about the relative position. My file is in the, for example, here's my file. Again, this is called the File Explorer. Okay, I have too many of this. You see here's my file. The relative position is from my current location and go down one level called images. And the file is so from my current position and go down images. And then it's under the folder images. So we only changing the first one to see if bring back. Yes, you see, here is bring back this image because image is it's called the children's subfolder. So all we need to do is put all the image in the subfolder. So this is going to give a much nicer organized. It's organized much nicer because right now we learn how to write HTML. We are not just a regular computer user. We are like a step up. We start to write a little program. So for this, we all have to be very familiar with this File Explorer, which one is here, find our files, locations, arrange the file as the way we want. Okay, I think I'm done. I don't understand here, Rebecca. I said, don't understand which one. What do you, okay, anyway, Rebecca, what's your question? What you don't understand? So picture still not work. Okay. The question is, do you put the picture and the files in the same location? How about you unmute your phone and see, yes, microphone and see. Yeah, someone suggested to include the extension. Not so. Can you copy your code in this chat to see how your image, this line, how you use image tag, the whole line? Okay, great, showed up. Okay, so now we have, okay, where's my, yeah. We have not that great, nice website. You see, just stack each other. Only the top line is centered, right under is not centered. But at this time, we just accept it. And we can do better job. That's formatted. But the next important thing is, you see, I only have one page. What I'm going to do if I have 2 pages? For example, I have a home page, and then I have a page for my daughter 1 and another page for daughter 2, another page for my friend, what we can do with it. And here is, they call it link. That's what we see a lot. You see here. And well, I think it's, I run my own website. Oh, okay. I think. Oh, that's correct. I make it bigger. The reason this page is, it's right for the, okay. You see this link, that means I jump from one page to another page. And I'm going to show you, last time I showed, and how the link works. Now, show you how to observe others. You like a certain website, you want to know what's it's behind this page, you click right mouse and go down, view page code. You see that page? It's a start with H tag, with header, with a whole bunch of things. You see it's, but we can see some familiar tags such as image, and I'm sure there's a lot of P tags, paragraph tag, and line break tag. So anyway, so that's just a side part. And how to make this, I think maybe we have to ask our best friend. Here is the web. You see, here's the image. Even we can, because this on the web, and we cannot link to our local computer, and we just use it to find out what the tag is. If I want to create a link, you see here, insert, edit, a link, and the URL, for example, I call HTTP. Here it is. I'm not putting URL. I just www, not even www. Google.com. Create a link. Okay, so here is a link. And look here. Link is ahref. And keep going. And I don't want a color. Remove it. You see, any tag is a pair. If you want to remove, have to move the left and the right. Okay, here's, this is the link. Copy. Okay, so our page is kind of long, and I don't want it to be this long, a little bit messy, so we clean up a little bit. You see here, today is 30. So the title is class number 3. And I have my title, page title there, the paragraph there, here. I only want one image, don't want to have 2. And another line in between. And I don't want all this junk. I just wanted this. And here is, first we look our, okay, we cleaned it a little bit. Okay, and here's the image I want is very narrow height. Equal to, for example, just 20 pixels, who cares? So we can have everything on our screen. So it's nice, skinny, too small, visible, 50 pixel. So we have our nice skinny image. Here's the list. Here's different list. And here's, I'm going to say, I'm going to link to Google. Put a P tag here right in front because I want a next paragraph. Let's see. This is Google link. Refresh. Okay, here is, you see, that's just like a regular link and a Google link. And then if you click it, you know, something happened. It's not working. Why? Because here is look top. This tag, how it works is A, start at A with this long, A href. That's a keyword. You see the keyword, that's Notepad++ is good. Any HTML tag is displayed as red. And href tell you where is the next page go. And we call it google.com. But here's, I click fresh google.com. You see, it's trying to look for a local page, local place, google.com. So we don't have this page in local. You see, all this reference is for the local. And then here is give us a hint. If we really want to go to google.com, you have to give an entire Google link. It's really called http:// Look here, this is going to work. Refresh, go here, click. Oh, my internet has problem. Okay, I save again. Oh, okay, I get it. It's just take longer, google.com. I can kill this. How do you know exactly the whole web link? You see here, you click it, it's the HTTPS. So if you want to link to an outside place, that's the whole link. So somehow is web browser without S, it's okay, HTTP. So what's the difference between HTTP and HTTPS? Is HTTPS is secured. When you look here, here's a lock, it's secured. And if you look at any other website, here is, I don't have HTTPS, it's just HTTP. It's said not secured. So if you write something so important, you want is secured, and you have to purchase secured certificate, and then they put this lock for you. For some regular page, you know, I don't care. I don't want to pay the certificate. So that's where we are now. See here, you go here. That's for your link to outside page. Okay, we can leave here. And what happens, I want to link to my page. My page, I'm going to create a page. Okay. I'm going to make a second page for my website. And for example, I gave a name called class 2, not class 3-1.htm. You see, I gave a full name. And then here's, this is my second page. I saved it. Okay, here is a Google link. This is my second page. I haven't created my second page yet. I just create a link. You see, href. Href is a keyword. It's a keyword means this string text href is HTML tag is reserved for the HTML file. Okay, here is, yes, I refreshed here. And here is my second page. I just go ahead and click it. Now here's, they tell you, the file cannot be accessed. So it's either file not exist or whatever. Now I'm going to, go to our desktop. Here is our, here's behind. Here. So we have a class 3, and now another name called the class 3.html. We don't have it. So what we do is here. We can either, you see, I'm not going to do this way. I can create a new text file and name it as that. Or here's Notepad++. This icon is you create a new file. And then we have a new page. So this is page 2, just for test purpose. I don't have all the right tag. I cannot remember all the tags. So I just type HTML page is very tolerable. If you have something, it will display. If not correct, it try to display as correct as it can be. But so for now, I just put a text. It's a new file, no name, and I'm going to file, save as. And since I opened from my location, it's already gave me the right location, class 3. So if I want to go up, this is still 5, my window 5. Here is go up level. You see here's class 1, 2, 3. Go up level. Here is my desktop. You see desktop, web 21, since I'm in class 3. And now I save the file called class 3-1. I can save this file as any name I want. Maybe now I want change my mind. I want to call page 2. But you have to have .htm or HTML as extension. You see here, normal text or I think there's HTML, whatever, but no more text for Notepad++. It's okay. It's not going to add extra TXT for you. Here is page 2. Now I go back because I call this name as page 2. So I have to put here called page 2. Otherwise, still cannot find it. Okay, and go to our browser, class 3, refresh it. We have to refresh it because code change, even the surface, we cannot see it, but the underline change. You see, if we mouse go here, you can see the bottom. It's a page 2. Now we click it. Okay, great. We get to page 2. This is our second page. So this href is start with A and href. That's called the link, which is going to link to other page. So now I want to really make my page looks like a web page. So I need to put all these headers on top. You see here, stock type and HTML header, class number 3. I make a title called page 2. And the body, if we have a body, we need to have a body end. And since we have this HTML at the top, and we have to have this at the bottom. That's what I say. Most of them is paired, but not always. Here is, this one is not paired. All right, and header. We just leave here. Page 2. And I give a paragraph tag, because without a tag to group them together, they can be anything. If you have a tag, it's just define this as exactly what you want it to be. All right, here is my page 1 is not changing. I click here. Here's my page 2. So now you have 1 page and 2 page, and then you can have a 3rd page. If you make this link, I changing this a little bit. If you make this link like next to each other, for example, here's a paragraph, here's link 1, and I put space, space, vertical bar, and the second link, and the vertical bar, save. Look, the page 1 looks. You see, here's a Google link. This is my second page. Okay, and the things is not like, it's kind of title. I refresh. So it looks a little bit like a web page. Here is the kind of a menu link, one after another. Okay, it's 5 now. I want to introduce you more things, but it's the same like we are out of time. And basically today we just emphasize, put more time on the image tag, all the variation, and introduce you the link. It's called hyperlink. Okay, now it's question time. Oh, can you go to page 2? Go over page 2 again. All right. The new tag is start with A and the ref. That's very important. And here you need to put a semicolon. Oh, and then you finish the first part of the tag and put your text. That is the link, is called. So go here again. You see, that's the display text. And here's end. So what happens if I'm missing this one? is going to be a terrible. You see, it looks good, but you swap here, Google, and here is not too bad because this is secured, the second one. So the first one not totally mess up with second one. If you missing this one, it's going to connect next. Okay, not going to make the mistake one. I let you make the mistake and then you figure it out. All right. And this A tag and A tag /A finish the tag. And also mentioned is not all the tags are paired, but majorities are, which image is not paired, but at the end I'm missing things. So it's should put / at the end. What I say is the HTML page is the browser try to translate all this text code, and this browser try to do their best. If they can guess from the top line, second line, it can correct a little bit mistake you made. And if too wrong, it just cannot do anything, and they just display the error or display very ugly. Okay, so here's we create a second page, which is in the same file, just like image. If it's always talk about the relative position. If I'm in the same position, location, the same folder, we just go straight, use its name. Like image, if we down at subfolder or somewhere far away, we need to give a full path for the source. This is the image source. And for the second page, is a very, very simple bare bone web page, which has a header. You see, all the website page, we put this in front just for heck of it. That's the definition. Right now it's HTML version 5, and you put here is Tel browser. This is the newest version. And this how the HTML page start and end. The top section is called the header. And the header, we can put a lot of information here. So far, we just put the title. So here's we have a title. You see, I go to page 2. Here's title. It's class number 3, page 2, which is not displayed on this, but it's tell browser something else. And sometimes, okay, not go there. And here's body, here's H tag, here's paragraph tag. This is the minimum website we have for the page 2. All right. How do you make the things like HTML become a code? Okay, the question is, how do you make the things like HTML become a code? I don't understand your question yet. The whole thing here, we are basically write a program. The whole thing we are do here is called coding, or we call the programming. And the Notepad++ is really good. You see anything is their tag, they already give a color blue. And if you click one side of the tag, going to make the match to the other one. So both highlighted, so you know where's beginning, where's the end. And the process we do here called coding. And each one which in here is blue color, all the blue color in HTML, we call the tag. T-A-G, tag. Okay. yours not highlighted because you, I guess you not use Notepad++. If you use a pure Notepad, you don't have it. That's why it's going to be really hard for me to read to make a match. You see here, if I open with Notepad, you see here's no color change. You have to like chase this count. Okay, line 1, line 2, and then get to the end. It's hard. So we have to have reasonably good tools. Okay, here's why right-click the HTML file I cannot find open with. So number one, make sure you install Notepad++. And the number two, I think during the installation, it were integrated with File Explorer. If it's not work, you can try install it again, and each step slowly read everything. It may ask you something, integrate or show something in the File Explorer, and you will see yes. I think it's default. I can take a look this again. If we already installed, how to changing it. You see here. Let's see if I can find Notepad++. Okay, I have to do it afterwards, see if we can change. Oh yes, here's another thing you do. If you don't see it, you save the file as HTML, it will show the color. Here's the view, not view. Encoding, no, not language. Here's language. If I go to HTML, okay? If I change in language to something, for example, text, oh, they don't have. Now, here's, if I uncheck this, oh, still shows. Sometimes you see if language, I pick this one, okay, show different. And I don't know what is this, Lisper, okay. You see the tag is not there anymore. So you basically use the wrong language. It will tell you which language you use, try to color it with that language. Right now we HTML, so it shows. Okay, at least that one. Hope that helps. Okay. Any more questions? You know, it's at this point, and I want to say is, everyone, if you write a web page, and initially I can give a internet web server place, which you can post there. And you see here's C colon, that's in our logo. But here is, that's in the internet, you call HTTP, almost like a C colon, relative to the C colon. Here is internet, HTTP colon, and that. And initially, I kind of want to give you access directly to the server, but I think it's kind of too hard. So if anyone want to use a server, maybe in next like a 5th or 6th class, I give you access to it. But at this time, if you want to post your page you created so far, you can email your code and send it to me, and I can post for you. For example, your address will be web 21 student 1, for example, and your page is going to be there. You can share with a friend, family, or your grandma. Say, look, my web page. So if you write anything you're interested to publish it, and send me your code, and I will publish to you. If someone later think you're very capable, and I can give you access to this place, and for the web server, it's called a web server. It's a place basically serve your website. It can be served to internet. And I can give you use for this class for some period of time, several months or something like that. And you can go from there. Okay. Okay. Sounds like I'm going to stop sharing.